Hello everyone and welcome back to Stationeers. Okay then, so first things first, I would like to sort out the... let's sort out the oxygen console real quick. It should be relatively easy. It is going to be basically the same thing as the other ones, just for this setup. I already have the code, so it should be relatively easy. After that, we will change the way the printing counting works, but that one will come after that. So first things first, let's just go for, we will need at least 2 consoles, I believe. So modular consoles, the base ones, we will need some silicon. Let me see, it is actually running a bit low. We might need to go out and mine in this episode. Hopefully not, but I suspect that we will need to. Anyways, we need 2 of these. And what else do we need? We will need 1 input for the switch and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 displays and a bunch of labels, obviously. So let me just take a look. We have all the, okay, not all the labels, but some of the labels. We have 5 of the displays and 2 inputs. So we will also need 1 input, sorry, no inputs, but 1 display at least, and a bunch of labels. So please give me a display. For this one we need iron. Also, yes, I have overwritten or updated the counting code as well. Basically, apart from putting the counting adjustments to a modular console, I have also changed the I have also changed the output of the stackers. Basically, from now on, at least from the time that I actually update the consoles, they will automatically output whatever is left in the stackers, so it is going to be a bit more convenient. So there, and a bunch of labels, but for now 4 will do, it's fine. Okay, let's set this one up real quick. I believe everything should be more or less named okay at this point. Yeah, also I have changed the code in a way that we no longer need to have this analyzer anymore. Yes, we will just read straight from the filter output. It's going to be perfectly fine. So let's just have this, but obviously, where is it? This one. Yeah, this will do just fine. And I would also like to have that vertical surface that we have on the other ones. This one, but in the horizontal configuration. That will do. Okay then, so we need a switch. Is it? Yeah. Right there, and then a bunch of displays. Okay, we still need a couple of pillar pieces, but other than that, it's fine. Okay, I believe all we need is the exact same naming as we have on the CO2, but instead of CO2, it's going to be O2. Also, another thing I've changed, obviously we don't need to know the outside temperature on this setup, we only need to know the inside temperature. Even that one is not quite necessary because we can just read it from the suit, but still might as well have it displayed. There, and as far as I can tell, we should be good to go. Right, obviously first we need to hook it up to the power. That should do it, and now we just need to override the code. As I said, it is basically the same as the CO2 code, just retrofitted for this application. So you come out, edit library, import the O2 filtration and console code. There, and that will do. Okay, so confirm, export, In you go, and we should be done. Yeah. Okay, so basically we are reading the filters. If I switch it out with a CO2 filter, yeah, it will do, but don't do it. We don't want to filter oxygen from the suit, obviously. Okay, and we are still filtering all oxygen from the base as soon as we reach 50% saturation, but we can also have a manual siphoning. So basically, if you want to siphon off oxygen manually, we can do so right here. And just to double check, I will set the threshold to 10% real quick, just to make sure it is actually working. So all we need to do is change it. Where is it? Right here. Instead of 50%, let's set it to 10%. Export, it should turn on immediately, and it does. Okay, that's fine. Edit and put this one back to 50% or 60 and confirm. Export, and back you go, and they switched off. Okay, so we can have the automatic filtering and manual filtering if we really have to. And that's about it. Also, I have set the pressure display to be only displaying to the closest 100 kilopascals. Once we get into the megapascal range, we will only have a single decimal point of integer after the point displayed. It should be a bit easier to read, so you know the actual text will not overflow the actual display like it does on the other ones. And that's about it. Yeah, I think this will do for now. Let me just quickly name the labels and we are done. And that will do. And as I said, we don't need to have this analyzer anymore, so we might as well just pick it up there, and we might as well put the keyboards back where they belong. So you come up and put down a T-junction, and that will do. Right. Okay, so this is now finished, apart from the missing filler pieces, but I don't want to waste too much silicon right now. We are running a bit low. But we can move on to the next job, which is going to be the redoing of the printing counting system. Basically, instead of using these logic dials, we will have a nice little console. Now, first things first, we don't need this one. We will need the inputs. Yes. Okay, so we will need at least 3 more inputs, because we will have 1 input on each of these. Also cancel, we can just go with the arrows. Yeah, so give me 3 of these. That's going to be 3. After that, we will need 8 displays. We will have 2 displays on these consoles, one for the setting on the dial and one for the current printed amount for the current job. So it's going to be a little bit more information coming out. Anyways, that's all 3. So we will need 8 of these. There, get started please. Good. I want to print out everything because, well, as soon as I change the code, this one will no longer be operable, so we need to be ready. Also, we can expose the chip real quick. That's fine. We have only 2, yeah. These print for a long time. After that, we can print out the console bases, I suppose. Now, I did get this idea from a Reddit post. Sorry, I cannot remember the name, but they had a small console on top of the printer, and well, that gave me an idea that, you know what, let's just use a modular console for this instead of this dial. It will look nicer, we will have more information, and that's going to be nice. Anyways, that is all 8, very good. And now we just need the bases, so modular, this one will need 4. Yeah, Obviously, later we will need a lot of labeling as well, but those can wait. By the way, how are we on silicon? Oh geez, 46. Yeah, today we will need to go out and mine, I suspect. Or maybe the next episode, I'm not sure. I guess we will see. Anyways, we have one good to go. So you. Basically, the original design was something like this. So they had the console exactly like this. It was covering up the fans, but I decided that, okay, it's going to be similar, but not quite like this. What I have decided to do is going to be, let me see, where is it? This one. But instead of going like this, it will be like this, and exactly right here. So we will have the adjustment knobs, the displays, and the labels on this one. It will hook up to the power and data right over there. And it's going to be a little bit easier to read and easier to reach. So yeah, I think it's going to be just fine. Okay, let me just quickly place down the rest of them. And there we go. Okay, so we have these. I suspect we will run out of silicon, right? So let me just check. We will need the labels, and each of them will require one silicon. And we will need, let me see, 1, 2, 3, at least 4 labels for each of them. That's 16. Oh, it seems we will have enough. Okay, give me... yeah, just 16 of these. I don't think we have enough to fill up this one. Okay, this one we cannot finish, but we can finish these at least. After that we have to go out and mine. Okay then, while that one is going on, I will quickly name the different devices. Basically, every single one of these devices will be named exactly the same as the printer. So that display is the same as the printer, the dial, the small display, and most importantly, the stacker itself as well. So everything will be named the same as the master printer basically. So let me just quickly go around and do the same for every single one of these. Right, the rocket manufacturer does not have a stacker, but that's fine. It is going to be done with a batch naming command, so if it doesn't have something to overwrite, it will just simply skip over it, so it's fine. Okay then, as far as I can tell, we are good to go. Right, next up we need to pick up all these logic dials and replace them with a single piece of cabling, and then we can override the code. Okay, as far as I can tell, we are good to go. Okay, so let's take out the laptop. And we need the v2.0 version of the printer counter script. So load that one. It is basically the same exact thing as the old one, apart from the fact that, you know, now we have more displays. And I have also added the option, this one. This is the part of the script that will output everything from the stacker as long as the printer itself is inactive. If the printer is active, it will not do so, but if the printer is idling, then it will basically throw out everything that is inside the stacker. So yeah, it will be a little bit more comfortable to use. Confirm, export, and back you go. And it is already did exactly that. Good. Okay, so basically How many seconds do we have left? 10. Okay. Can you please give me 10 pieces of silicon? So this is the target display, and this is the current print amount. Also, I just realized these actually need to be one step down, like that. That way we can put a label on top of them. And that will do. Right. So let's go ahead and print out 10 more labels real quick. So as soon as one print is finished, this counter will go up by 1. And as soon as we reach the end of it, everything will reset to 0. Also, we don't need to set the maximum on these tiles. Basically, the script will take care of it for us. They automatically set to the maximum. And that will do. Okay. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, for some reason it didn't reset, but it did output everything we need. So that's great. Okay, why did you not reset? It doesn't really matter, it still did the job. I don't know, for some reason, sometimes the script doesn't reset the counter. It did reset the, the actual active job. But you know what, it's fine, it's not the end of the world. For sometimes it will forget to reset, but it will still work quite fine. Anyways, we need to do this one, and I suppose 2 of these. Right, and we need to label them. Okay, how did I do that? That doesn't look right. And there we go. These will look a lot nicer. We have more information. Yeah, I think these will be quite nice. And they also look like, part of the furniture, basically. Yeah, I think I like it. Okay, then, next up. How many of these we need, by the way? 1, 2, 3. Maybe we have enough labels to finish up the oxygen display as well. Yeah, we have. Okay. Let me quickly fill these up, and after that, I think I will take care of the suit refilling real quick. There, there, and there. Good. Also, plastic sheets. Oh, right. This is for the wall covering right here. Okay, then. So, with that one out of the way, how about we quickly finish up the suit refilling station downstairs? Let me just check something. So, atmospherics. What is your base amount of for the filtration? Base power is 10. I don't trust it. Let's take a look at the water generator real quick. I think that 10 watts is when it is basically idling. But what is the power consumption if it is going full tilt? I suspect it's going to be around 100 watts or something. I suspect it is. Well, basically, what is the power consumption of a pressure regulator? I believe it is 100 watts, right? Regulator. Yeah, 100 watts. Basically, if you remember, the way the suit storage works is that we need to pressurize the inputs. So we need to make sure that the input is always kept at high enough pressures, so it basically it is equalizing with the input pipes, which means if we are going to have a pressurized input, every time we need to pressurize, it will consume 100 watts. But if we will have a couple of filters here, one for the CO2 for the propellant and one for the oxygen for the oxygen, then I suspect it might be a bit more economical. Although, wait, idling, right, the idling filters will also consume 10 watts at least, so that is going to be 20 watts continuous power consumption no matter what. But we would only need to, although never mind, if we are going to do this with pressure pumps and we only want to operate them if we have to, that means that we will need to have at least one housing that will consume 50 watts, and that means that, yes, you know what, atmospherics is going to be a bit more economical in the long run. So instead of bringing out down the pipes from the atmospherics all the way downstairs, I think it's going to be a lot easier and a lot cheaper to just use a couple of filter units, and that will take care of it. We will also need a couple of chips, but that's the least of our worries. So yeah, I think I will use atmospherics units for this. We just need a couple of pipes. That will do. Right, I do believe that the waste is actually pressurized automatically. So that one, I think we just went into the base. That's fine. There. So yeah, we only need to pressurize the inputs. The output is automatically pumped. At least as far as I remember. Okay, then you give me atmospherics units. Iron, gold, copper. Very nice. There is nothing in the stacker, so the emptying part of the script is working. Very good. This one is empty. I don't know. I think it's empty. Yeah. Okay. So give me 2 atmospherics real quick. After that, I suspect we'll need a bit more than 4 pieces of piping, so I will quickly take care of those. And we will also need a little bit of you as well. We will need, yeah, 2 chips. Although I suspect we could get away with using a single one. This is going to be a little bit simpler than, for example, the water generator. But you know what? Let's give each and every one of these filters their own individual chips, so it's going to be a little bit easier to deal with. So I see 10 chip. We will need some more gold, which is in here. Anyways, those are the 2 atmospherics. Give me piping planes. Although steel and silicon. Oh, right, and I completely used up the silicon. Technically speaking, we only need to have insulated piping that is contacting the outside. I see how far we can go with this amount of piping. It might be enough. Anyways, we have the vent as well for the waste. Right, now we just need the gold. So can you please give me the gold? Yeah, I think 2 of these will do. These will print for a long time. Let's just quickly try to put together whatever we need downstairs. And I think I will run this one from straight from the base spine. Although we might want to have a EPC, so it will always have power no matter what. I guess we will see for now. Let's just pick this guy up real quick. And let's start with the filtration units. I will try to stash them away back here. So that's going to be... yeah, one here and another one here, I guess. No, here. Will a bit easier to reach. Right, we will need 2 piping to finish them up. Which is not great because we will need a lot more than in that case, that's fine. And we need the screwdriver. There. Okay, I suppose we can put the suit storage here then. Yeah, in that case we will need a lot more piping, but that's fine. Okay then, well, let me see. So this is the oxygen input. Let's use this one for it. And right, we will need some extra vents. Yeah. Okay then, let's print out 4 more vents. Three of these can be... yeah, 3 of these can be uninsulated, but I think I will have an insulated one on the waste output, so we can just put it on the wall and it will be taken care of relatively easily. So yeah, after this one, can you give me a vent that is insulated, and for that one we need silicon. I will go as far as I can without going out for mine. After that, we will have to go out. So right, we need some inputs here, here, and here, and 1 insulated vent right there. Which is going to be that pipe, that is the propellant input, right? And that is the power input, I believe, and that's the data. That's fine. So we can route the oxygen this way. I suppose it should be white piping, but that's fine. So propellant will go to the CO2, which means this one should be the... yeah, this is going to be the CO2. That's easier. Then the oxygen will go here, come down here and go inside. And then the waste will come out and vent into the base through a insulated pipe and insulated, vent. Okay, in that case we don't really need... okay, I suppose we can use uninsulated piping, but you know what? It's fine. Might as well use insulated piping for the whole thing. And yeah, I will use an APC, but first let's clear out the inventory so we have as much space as possible. So this one goes here, that's an APC, that's great. And the rest of this stuff will go in here. Good, we will keep this one, vent out the current waste. We have enough oxygen for this mining trip, I think, and the black hole is morning. Not great also. Okay, apparently we had 2 logic switches. I will try to remember that we have these at the ready.
Hunger critical.
Okay then. So mining backpack right here. I think we are good to go. Apart from the fact that we are thirsty and hungry, so I will quickly go to the old base, eat, drink, and then we can go for a small mining trip. Okay, before we go, I have been asking around on Reddit, and I also got a couple of comments that I don't think we can extract the coordinates from this map. Basically, we cannot link any devices to have a coordinate display here for our current position. We, have no overlay, so we cannot read the coordinates from this one. So the only way to read this map is to basically toggle the deep minables and try to find our position based on the topography. And I have been looking at this for a while and I have a good idea where we are. I think we are right here in this valley. I suspect that the new base is on this little plateau and the old base could be down in this valley. I suspect that this mountain is that one, this mountain is that big volcano, and this little dent in the terrain, I suspect this is the lava lake. That would make sense. Which means that if we toggle the deep minables, then we have an amazing little area right here, where basically 4 different mining areas meet. Yeah, if this is correct, then that means that basically we should have a pretty good mining spot right around those parts. It's a bit hard to say because of the plants, but well, you must have seen this a million times already, so I suspect we will have a nice mining spot there. I really cannot see any other position on the map that would fit this general area. Yeah, basically we also have this mountain right across the lake, which is basically that mountain over there, right over the lake. I simply see no other place on the map that has this triangle of mountains that would fit with the, general cardinal directions. We also have the lake indent, so yeah, this is basically the only possible position that fit our current position. I suspect that we will have a nice little mining spot here. So if that is correct, then this is going to be silver. If I remember correctly, I did, obviously I have been exploring a little bit in between episodes, and if I remember correctly, it was a long time ago, this one should be gold. I know that the mountain is coal, so I have no idea what this is. So we have silver, gold and coal. I still need to discover what this is, but I suspect we will see. Don't tell me in the comments, I want to see for myself. Anyways, other than that, I think we are good to go for mining chip. By the way, the rocket is 66%. We might need to cool it down one more time to finish everything, but you know what? If we cool it down, I might want to have that one as the last time. Okay then. One last sip of water, one last bite of French fries, and I think we are good to go. Okay then, mining glasses on, mining drill in hand, visor down, and we are good to go. Not bad. 2 stacks of silicon. And you know what? I have noticed that we were running a little bit low on iron as well. So instead of going straight back home, I will quickly mine a bit of iron and maybe a bit of extra gold if I can get around to it. So yeah, give me a second please. And 2 stacks of iron. I think we might be able to quickly print out the rest of the planters and we can finish up the upstairs greenhouse as well. That would be kind of nice. I will think about it for now. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. I will quickly make a pit stop here, vent out the waste, pick up some extra power for the glasses, and yeah, might as well eat and drink, and then I will go ahead and pick up some extra gold as well. We are not doing great on gold either, so take care of it now. So oxygen, waste gases, we have food, water, that's fine. Yeah, let's take a shower while we are here. And I think we are good to go. Yeah. Let's go for a bit of gold and then we can call it good enough for now. And we have 61%. I don't think we will finish it with this amount of power, but I don't know if I want to finish it. Since we now know the approximate position of our bases, I think we don't really need to finish it. I still might, so I don't know, maybe we can use it as a decoration piece somewhere, but I don't think it's strictly necessary. Anyways, glass is on and let's go ahead and go for gold. Oh yeah, one more thing. I did increase the power of the jetpack. I was getting a bit tired of getting pushed around by the vacuum generated by the mining, so I increased the power of the jetpack. It will deplete it a lot faster, but you know, we will not be pushed around by the vacuum generated by the mining, and it's going to be a lot more responsive. I think it's going to be a good trade-off. We still have plenty of propellant anyway, so we just need to replace it a little bit more often. That's it. Okay, not quite 2 full stacks of gold, but 800 grams is still a big improvement. Anyways, do we want to... Yeah, I think I will take advantage of this extra heat and do a bit of copper. I suppose 2 grams of silicon will be okay as well. Should we melt the nickel? I mean, I suppose we could have nickel ingots, so you know what, might as well. Sure, why not? And okay, I will vent out a little bit. I don't want to listen to the creaking, but might as well melt this silver as well. So that will give us nitrous oxide, I believe. And okay, nothing dangerous happening. Suppose I could melt the lead, but you know what? It's fine. It's not needed. Okay, then you close. And by the time we can come back to this, this will all be cooled down anyway, so might as well just vent it out now. It's fine. Okay, all of you please come with us. And we have a pretty good haul of ores. Let's go home. And do we want to finish up real quick the suit storage, or do we want to quickly print out the lanterns? I suppose we can do both of them. Yeah, the recording is very much over time at this point, but we had such a long mining trip, I will risk running a bit low. So tell you what, I will pick up first, let's merge the silver. In fact, just put everything in here, it's fine. I want to merge everything, I want to take stock of our current resources. Okay, that should be everything. We have nothing else left. Yeah, everything else is trying to empty out, but they have nothing inside, so every single piece of ore we have should be in here, or not ores, but ingots. So iron is good, gold is good, copper is not as good, but it's still perfectly fine, more than 1 stack. Steel, silver, nickel, electrum, invar, constant and solder. Silicon is 1 kilogram, amazing. Yeah, I think we're doing alright. So, give me a bunch of insulated piping, but first the singular vent, so give me one of these. Are you going to reset the counter now? So that, print it out, and there we go, now this one works. So this is the way it will reset the counter once the current printing job is finished. So that's fine, and give me a bunch of insulated piping, and give me 1 stack. Sure. That's fine, and I will install whatever we have right now. So first things first, let's install the APC. Yeah, I think this will do just fine. So there, we will need a bunch of heavy cabling and a battery. I think this one will be just fine. So there, be careful, only open the APC. In you go, turn on, and you can close. And alright, don't forget about the filters. And yeah, a bunch of cabling. So you are 15. Yeah, the counter is correct. After this one, the filters, right? So we will need oxygen filters, preferably medium. Sure, give us 2 of these. While these are printing, I will quickly install this one as well. I think that will do. So this is the waste output. This should be the propellant input, the oxygen input, and that's about it. Okay, so go upstairs, pick up the filters first, and we will need copper and gold. Right? After this one, carbon dioxide filters, but give us the gold and the copper first. Right. Oh, sorry. You close first. So you will give us a bunch of heavy cabling. We have 10. We need a lot more than this. So yeah, cabling, heavy. Can you please give us one full stack, please? Sure, get started. Right, and now the filters. For these we need silver and constantan. So silver and constantan. Yeah, just give us 2 of these. Okay, give us whatever cabling you have, and I will quickly go downstairs and install what we have and then come back for the rest. Right, I forgot that we have, the APC, so after that we only need regular cabling. So this is going to be the propellant input, I believe. So for this one we need the CO2 filters. Let's just quickly put down the oxygen. There, then the CO2. U and U. How is the cabling? It is good to go. Might as well pick it up. And there. Wait. Did I not finish this one? Why did this get interrupted? Oh well. Whatever, it's fine. Oh, right. Before we do this, we no longer need to print out anything else. So tell you what, let's quickly print out, where is the iron? No, it should be still in there. Print out 57 planters, please. So hydroponics trays, these 57, please. Yeah, let's get started on this one as well. By the time we are finished, we should have the planters ready for the rest of the greenhouse. Okay, so CO2 filters go in here. Although, I don't know how often I will take off the jetpack because we have a lot of stuff in it, but still. Anyways, that will do. As far as I can tell, this one should be fine now. Okay, before we turn these on, we need to program them, because if I just let them go right now, they will overpressurize the inputs, so that's not going to be good. And we can turn this on, very nice. I suspect they should be pretty much exactly the same. Basically, we just need to make sure that we have 15 megapascals on the inputs, and that's it. Right. So yeah, they are going to be exactly the same. So we will need an alias for the filtration, which is going to be DB, and then we can start, and then yield, and then load from the into R0 from the filtration, and we need the pressure output. This is the filtered output, and if it is set less than 50 megapascal should be alright, so set less than 15,000. Yeah, we need to have respect an on-off and a pressure variable. So alias Yeah. Pressure, sure. That's going to be R0. So override that one. And we will need an on-off. So alias on-off R1. Override the on-off. And there. If the pressure is less than 15,000, so 50 megapascals, and use the on-off to set the filtrations mode to that variable. That's going to be pretty much it. We only want to make sure that we are keeping the input at 50 megapascals. Yeah. We don't need to be fast, so I don't think I will increase the input pressures. By the time we need to pick up the next suit, it should be more than ready. So I think this is going to be just fine. So jump to the start. Confirm, and we need the same exact code in both of them. So export, this one goes in here, and this one export, this one goes in here. And now if I turn these on, they should be active. Exactly, and they should be pressurizing this to 15 megapascals. Oh, sorry. Wait. That's the breathable input, I believe, right? Breathing, yes. Okay, don't mix up the inputs and the outputs and that kind of stuff. So that is going to be fine. So that pipe should be pressurizing to 15 megapascals. Now we are close, we might as well wait for it. Also, you can turn on now. This is a lot less volume, so this one should be ready long before this one. So this one should stop at 15 megapascals. Uh, 15.1, close enough. It's good. It's in idle now, so that's fine. Okay, if I take off the jetpack, put it here, it will that one. Now it is equalizing, it is not trying to fill it up, and if it stops at 50 megapascals, if I take off the suit or the jetpack, that's done, that's idling, good. So the jetpack should be filled up at this point. So, alright, I took out the jetpack, so I have no place to put the tablet. So you come off, go there, and it is pressurized to 50 megapascals. Perfect. Good. So this one is working, and at this point we might as well print out another suit. Unfortunately, I have been a little bit reckless with this one, so we need a replacement anyways. Also, might as well put these to the side so they are not in the way. I do believe we need only iron and copper for the Icarus suit, right? Okay, that's 2 and that's done. Good. Right, so give me copper and iron, please. Alright, and we'll also need a smart canister, at least, well, preferably, yeah, 2 of them. So this one and the copper, please. Also, don't empty out now. So, Icarus suit, this one. Ooh, gold, okay. That's fine. So, one of these and one of these. Okay, so the suit is finished. Now we need the smart canister. So for that one, we need, technically speaking, 1 smart canister and 1 regular canister. So give me a canister, yeah, regular one first. Also, we need iron for that one. What do we need for the smart canister, by the way? I completely forgot. But first, this one. So one of these and a smart canister. Steel and silicon. Okay, so silicon and steel. One of those. And we might as well color it white. Be careful. There we go. Once again, a single spray should not pollute the base. It will get lost in the big volume of the base and eventually it will not be tracked anymore. Anyways, in this suit I would like to have an oxygen tank, which is air tank, and a waste tank right there. Good. I mean, technically speaking, we didn't really need to have a helmet, but the one we have right now is damaged, so might as well bring that one more. So there. Helmet, suit, and the suit is being pressurized, exactly. Good. And the waste canister is being emptied out. You know what? Let me just quickly put this waste canister into it, so it gets emptied out. So the waste is actually being pumped actively. Good to know. I remember correctly, and you know what? Let's quickly switch out this one as well. Wow, that's getting emptied out pretty much immediately.
Hunger caution.
Well, anyways, the suit is good to go. If we need to switch out the suit, we just come here, switch it out very, very carefully, and we are good to go. As soon as the base is completely breathable, it's going to be basically just set and forget. Okay then, before we install these, yes, let's quickly take care of it in this episode. Might as well. You give us insulated liquid pipes, please. Let's go for, I don't know, 20. Now we will not need gas pipes. That's fine. And we will not need these cables. And we might as well refill the one for the regular cables. And we can go for the installation of these. Okay, we have everything installed at this point. Let me just quickly... whatever, it's fine. There, let's pick up the pipes, install everything, and I will quickly replant whatever we need to replant. As far as I can tell, every single one of these should be hooked together now. So this corner is fine, this corner appears to be fine, that looks good to me, and that looks good to me. Okay, every single one of the planters is now completely hooked together in a nice circular fashion, and I will quickly plant the next batch of ferns. Not bad. I think I will reserve this corner for food production. Everything else is ferns. Right, in terms of water, we have still 20 liters. This will be enough for a little bit longer, so it's fine. Temperature is okay. Yeah, I think I will cut this right here. Obviously don't want to go for too long. Also, I didn't harvest that one. That's good to go now. Right. Okay, so We have a lot of extra ferns. We have managed to replace the counting system for, the counting inputs for the printers. Now they look a lot nicer and we have more information. This one is also finished, and most importantly, we have a lot of resources. So yeah, I think I will call it here for now. Oh, right, and the suit refilling is also done. So, as I said, I will call this right here. For now, all that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.